nights were warm, everyone thought we had enough. Laughter spilling over tables, no one noticed what was gone. I saw the worry in her eyes before the music lost its pace. Something quiet underneath the noise, something missing in this place. We didn't say it out loud, but we all felt the change. When the wine ran out, you were already here. Before the silence hit the room, before the doubt appeared. When the wine ran out, you didn't make a scene. You turned the ordinary empty jars into something we had never seen. No thunder, no announcement, just a whisper, just a turn. Water standing where it always stood, waiting what to become. They filled the jars without a clue, no idea what you had in mind. Just doing what you asked them to, step by step, line by line. It didn't look like much till everything changed. When the wine ran out, you were already here. Before the silence hit the room, before the doubt appeared. When the wine ran out, you didn't make a scene. You turned the ordinary empty jars into something we had never seen. This was the start of signs and wonders, but it didn't shout. It started small in a room like ours, with nothing figured out. Not when faith was strong, but when supply was gone. That's when you stepped in. When the wine ran out, hope didn't disappear. It just changed its form, because you were near. When the wine ran out, we saw it then. You saved the best for the end. It started here. When the wine ran When the wine ran out, the courts were filled with noise, coins on the ground, voices loud. What was meant for prayer was crowded out. We learned to call it normal, we learned to look away, trading what was holy for what was safe. But you saw through the order and the silence underneath. You said, tear this down, and I will raise it again. Not what hands have built, but what lives within. You said, tear this down, in 3 days I will stand. You were breaking a building, you were reaching for my heart. They asked you for a reason, a sign they could explain, but truth doesn't fit inside what we arrange. You spoke of something deeper they couldn't understand, a temple not of stone, but flesh and bread. What we tried to protect was never yours to keep. You said, It's where the truth begins. So tear this down, what doesn't breathe, what keeps you on the outside. Erase again what you have named a dwelling place for light. If you must overturn my tables so mercy can be found, then tear this down and build me now. Not stone and gold, but heart and soul, be my home. I came to you at night when the streets were quiet, with questions I rehearsed but didn't know how to say. I knew your signs were real, I knew God was with you, but knowing wasn't enough to change me. You looked past what I asked and spoke to what I needed. You said I must be born again, not repaired, not rearranged, not learning how to see the truth, but learning how to live, born from above, by breath I cannot control, like the wind I cannot hold, but I feel you move. I tried to understand with everything I knew, but answers don't arrive where pride still lives. You spoke of spirit and breath, of water and light, not something I could manage, but something I received. You didn't argue with my doubts, you invited me to trust. You said I must be born again, not repaired, not rearranged, not learning how to see the truth, but learning how to live, born from above, by breath I cannot control, like the wind I cannot hold, but I feel you move. The wind goes where it wants, I hear the sound, not the source, so it is with those made new by you. I don't have to understand to follow where you lead, I only need to open up and breathe. I will be born again, not by strength, not by will, but by the Spirit moving freely. Even now still born from above, I let go of control. I don't have to see the road to know I'm yours. I came in the night, but I leave with the dawn. The wind is moving, and I am not the same. I came here when no one else would, when the sun was high and still a jar in my hands, and a thirst I never named. You were sitting by the well like you had nowhere else to be. You looked at me and simply said, will you drink with me? You asked for water, but you saw my need. You said if you knew subject. Tried to guard my shame, but you spoke my story like you weren't afraid. Every place I tried to hide, every name I wouldn't say, you knew it all, and still you stayed. You didn't turn away, you offered life. You said if you knew who was asking you, you would ask me too. There is water deeper than the well, running through the soul. Once you drink, you'll never thirst again. Living water flowing in. This isn't about where we worship or who is right or wrong. It's about truth and spirit moving us along. I've been looking for a place to finally belong, and you say the time is now, right here, right now. Now I know who you are, the one who speaks to me. I came for water, but I found a well that lives inside of me. Living water, rising up, I'm leaving this jar behind. I'm running back to tell the world I met the Christ. I was thirsty, now I see you were waiting here for me. I came as far as I could go, with fear running ahead of me. Every step was asking if this was too late. I said the words out loud before I lost my nerve. Come before my child is gone, that's all I left. You didn't hurry past me, you didn't turn away. You said, go, your son will live. Nothing more to prove, no sign to hold, no miracle to see. You said, go, your son will live. And something in your voice was strong enough to carry me. I turn around with empty hands, no proof along the road, just a sentence in my chest and hope I couldn't show. Every mile I walked away from what I couldn't see was teaching my heart what it means to believe. I had a choice to make, and I chose your word. You said, go, your son will live. Nothing more to prove, no sign to hold, no miracle to see. You said, go, your son will live. And something in your voice was strong enough to carry me. Before I reached my home, the news was running fast. The hour you spoke the words was when the fever passed. It wasn't when I saw him, it wasn't when I knew. Faith was born the moment I trusted you. I live by what you say, even when I can't and I went on your word. I've been lying here so long, I forgot what standing feels like. Watching others move ahead while I stayed behind. Every year the water stirred, every hope I couldn't reach. I might hide out its pain my way and learn to live with maybe. And you asked the simple question, they cut through all my ears. Do you wanna be made whole? Not tomorrow, not someday, right here in this moment. Will you let me change your way? Take up your mat, rise and walk. Don't stay where you've been. Take up your mat, rise and walk. Life begins again. I start a list of reasons why I couldn't move. Who was faster, who was stronger, what I didn't have. But you weren't asking for my story, you weren't asking me to try. You were calling me forward before I knew how. Your word reached deeper than the place I stayed. Do you wanna be made whole? Not tomorrow, not someday, right here in this moment. Will you let me change your way? Take up your mat, rise and walk. Don't stay